Okay, Coach, so the folks here, they are bundled up, but they're ready for football as you get a look at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Denver Broncos and the Cleveland Browns. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go. Pittsburgh. Check.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Completing it here to Marvin Jones. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
First down. Here we go.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
They're running it.
They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Xavier Rhodes, the cornerback, there in coverage.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock Galvin away and bring up 2nd down.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he'll be down at the 46. So they go from 146 to the other on a pickup of 8. Second down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the 1st. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down at a yard. On 4th down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away. Back to return it, Christian McCaffrey. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And it'll be 1st and 10 Broncos from deep in their own territory.
Set, ready? 60 or. X3. 218, chop it. Get it.
First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And they'll get him down here at the 23. A gain of just a yard, but it's a 1st down.
Ready. 94.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. They'll run with McCaffrey. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one covers 29 yards, 1st down. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 39-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Check 24. 22 jet bomber.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Back to throw. Herbert. And he completes it to the tight end, Knox. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup.
Down. 8, read. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Let's go.
Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Ready up. 58, come on. And we're pretty quiet, team. We're pretty quiet. Ready?
A handoff. McCaffrey running right. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. That one good for 13 and a Denver 1st down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
A gain of 6 there on 1st.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do, because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Stephon Diggs, his 11th touchdown of the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Point after, right down the middle, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage. So
the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. On the delay, here's Carson. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 35-yard line.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Watch 32.
From the 35 on 2nd down, Jackson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. They tried the throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Here's Carson. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
That's a tremendous group effort there, because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up, because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. DeForest Buckner in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. It's hauled in by Torrey Smith. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 20-yard line.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just
looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. Tedrick Thompson picks it. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Here we go. 60 Pittsburgh.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Herbert. That's complete to John Ross. And all the way home for a Broncos score. John Ross, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos able to show off their quick strike ability. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. And a good effort on the return there. Gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line.
At their own 33-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson open here, Adam Thielen. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 7 yards there and a first down. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
You gonna see me in your nightmares, son. You gonna...
From the gun, it's Jackson. Flushed out right. And his throw here's incomplete. The intended receiver was David Johnson. And now it's 2nd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
On second down now, it's Carson. And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. The Browns on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Jackson. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 18. Of course, he was solid last week. AFC Offensive Player of the Week award. 2 touchdowns in that game.
Yeah, he's playing at a level right now where he's just breaking down defenses. Makes me remember when I was playing and my defensive back coach told me, listen, if you give up a touchdown pass, that's on me. I didn't coach you well enough. If you give up a second one, that's on you. And if there's a third one, I'm getting someone else in the game.
Here's Johnson. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up 1st and goal.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Play action. Now Jackson rolling to his right. He's going to take off with it. And a good display of footwork will only get him just inside the 5 to the 4. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Looked to me like they adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running the ball.
That's the first time I think I've seen where the coverage was good downfield and they accounted for him and stopped him for a short pickup.
Yeah, I don't think it was a big adjustment, but much more.
And he'll score. Touchdown, Browns. Taking it in from 4 yards out as they are now on the board here in the first half. PAT up and good by Rosas. And that'll make our score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And you're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
64, weak. Check 26, check 26.
On first down, Herbert. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Credit the sack to the safety, Rashad Jones.
It's 2nd down.
So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 38-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. McCaffrey. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Set 90 Wolf.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home.
X3, 218, chop.
On 3rd and 2, Herbert got a man. It's Ross, complete. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 38-yard line.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. And this is taken in at the 5. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Stephon Diggs. His 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Broncos push further out in front. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Makes the score Broncos 21, Browns 7.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one taken just inside the 10. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line.
At their own 33-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger. But no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing. And try and get back to where you were to start the half.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Jackson now. Gonna throw again. Flush to his right. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A gain of 32 that time. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Jackson from the shotgun. And an alley to run. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Watch the curl.
They go play action here on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Second and 10. Here's Jackson again. And an alley to run. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about any more.
After the pickup of 5, here's second and 5.
152 fighter.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Ready, set.
We don't want this.
On the ground, McCaffrey. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. No gain on the play there, second down.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
Break.
55, Mike, 55. Hey, eat. Hey.
Snap.
Off play action. Herbert. He's going to fire one deep. Middle of the... He's got a man. Complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 39 yards there. A big one.
First down, Broncos.
Come on, set.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for first and 10. Here's McCaffrey. And an alley to run. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 18 big yards on that one, and a Denver first.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Looking to throw. Herbert. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. John Ross. His 10th touchdown of the season, second of the game. And the Broncos push further out in front. The extra point splits the uprights. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Well, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
All day, dog. Sponge, sponge, sponge. No. Check not.
Now Jackson on first down, escaping the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
Off the draw, here's Johnson. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And all the way down to the 25-yard line. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a first down. They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. On second down and 4, Jackson. And the catch made by Johnson. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal. From the gun, Jackson looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, so a lot of credit to the defensive game plan, and especially the execution.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Jackson now. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal. Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? Jackson on the move. Touchdown, Cleveland. They were looking to pass the ball there, but they forgot to account for the man with the football.
Yeah, I can hear people right now saying, well, why don't you have a spy in your defense, someone who will dance with him and go where he goes? Well, oftentimes if you utilize a spy, you've taken away someone in coverage as well. And oftentimes, the spy, not as athletic as the guy he's trying to keep up with, so he gets defeated anyway.
And he turns 3rd and goal into a touchdown. Rosas good with the extra point, and that cuts the lead to 28-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 8. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
At their own 32-yard line.
Let's go.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. This game was really a tussle, seemed like just a moment ago, and now they've got the momentum. A couple of scores on their last pair of drives, and a 2-score lead. I think here now you go conservative, right? Run the football, work the clock.
You know, I usually agree with you, but I'm going after them right here. I want to put this bad boy away. I wouldn't be afraid to throw it. They've got all the confidence, all the momentum on their side. Go ahead and take your dagger shots and try and finish this one off.
I disagree vehemently. I say run the football. You've got the lead.
Well, let's watch it and find out who's right.
Now this throw caught left side. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Now a run with McCaffrey. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started, and it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior, big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. So the illegal forward pass also costs them a down, and now it's 2nd and long. Johnson. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. On 3rd down, Jackson being chased out left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And the pressure gets to him again. Zadarius Smith. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line.
You draw courses.
This is McCaffrey. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now.
He's coming, he's coming, he's coming. We got double up, double. Man. Now.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 4 yards on the play. That's going to lead to 1st and goal.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be given a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line. Yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space.
Shoot.
And they will take a knee here.
It's a loss of 1. Brings up 2nd and goal at the 3-yard line.
So this one will wind up a Denver victory, and it's never easy to come into Denver to win. You think all you have to deal with the altitude, but they got the job done.
Well, there's a reason Olympic athletes train nearby. All right, they've got a terrific training center in Colorado Springs. You train at the altitude, the lungs expand, you go down to the regular, oh my goodness, they can go all day. And in fact, a lot of visiting teams, when you visit Denver, you know what's printed in your locker room? Welcome to the Mile High City. The air is rare. They get in your head that way.
So for the Broncos, it's a 10th win of the year now as they move to 10-4. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Browns, their playoff hopes take a hit as they drop to 7-7. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.